Hi there. So I've spoke a little bit about the origins of what's happening and the family tradition of holding kids off fathers. It's a real sucker, to be honest. I could talk a little bit more about what I remember, the earlier events, 2014. One of the things that your family is, they've just made it so difficult for me to have any contact with you, and one of the things that struck out was, your mum. It was a petty thing, and it was childish, and it was just dog eat dog. Me wanting her back for something, her always wanting me back for something. And I had said to your mum, give me the car, and your mum was having none of it. So I basically called up her insurance company for the car. And I explained to them that I was the legal owner of that vehicle, and I wasn't given the driver permission to drive that vehicle. Therefore, in the event of an accident, she would be uninsured. So her insurance company, they cancelled the insurance, and she was no longer able to drive it. And I felt, something small like that was a massive victory to me. So I got a text saying that the car was at Sainsbury's car park to collect it. So up I went to Sainsbury's, and I'm driving it back down. I got to the Whittlers roundabout here, and I don't know what it was. It never felt right, and it died on me at Whittlers roundabout. And to this day, I don't know how, but I somehow managed to lift it up off the road and get it on the verge and pushed, and cars all tooting their horns at me and what have you, and I phoned a friend of mine, and I said to him, listen, Scott, can you come out here and have a look at this? And he came out, and by that time he was dark, and he came out with a torch, and he's looking about in the engine, and he says, what have you been doing to this car? And I'm like, well, I've done nothing. And he managed to point some pieces in the engine that had been snapped off, something that was connected to the battery that caused it to not charge, and it basically died on me. And he did say to me, says, Grieve, to be honest, it's someone that knows a little bit about cars that's been fooling about with this car before you've been giving it back. So basically your mum, when she found out she was giving me the car back, she went round and had Eric sabotage the engine, and that, I could have been killed with that. If I'd been out trying to push that car to get it started, and another car could have just slammed into me. I don't know why they're that desperate for me not to see my kids, that they feel that they have to sabotage my car and stuff. So anyway, I decided that I didn't feel safe in it. I didn't want to sell it on. It was a family style car. It was another family that had it, probably kids in it. I didn't know the extent of what damage you had done to it, so I ended up scrapping the car, and I got a nice round £80 for it. I was pretty cheesed off about that one. I didn't even contact the police in regards to it. Your mum's game was always get the police for everything, anything, get the police. So there was that event there. Crikey, so many different things that happened around about then. One of the ones for me, the first really sore, nasty thing that which really hurt me more than anything, and I could never believe that they'd stooped so low to do this. But like when I lived with yous were both a nuisance, and every time I'd go for a bath, Macy, you just wanted in to play with Barbies in the bath with me, and I sometimes want a bit of peace and just put my iPod in when I was in the bath and chill out after work, but it was pointless because you were just hammered at the door saying you need the toilet and you want in, and before you know it you'd be in the bath with me, and you regularly came with baths with me. Wee Tyler too, the two of you's a nuisance. And one thing that your mum had brought up in court, that I was taking my two kids for baths against their will, and it was like I don't know, she never actually said I was like interfering with children as in like a paedophile, but she was putting it across that kind of way, and I was given an undertaking in court not to go for a bath with my kids, and I felt completely and utterly humiliated. At this point, Macy, you'd be coming on 6-year-oldish, so it's something that you would probably grow out of pretty shortly. But when I lived with you, you know, you always wanted to go and bath with me. And then a while later, I had the two of yous in the swimming pool in Irvine. I took my mum with me. Was with us that day. I don't know if you'll remember. But I was always like paranoid, like getting changed in front of yous or anything like that again, because I didn't know what your mum would make up about me. And then I received a lawyer's letter through saying that I had took you into a changing cubicle yourself against your will, Macy, and made you change in front of me, and I had been looking at you. And I was just, I couldn't, you know, I was like, in the name of God, did I do that? Have I? I mean, I usually would, but I was worried sick about what was going to happen to me, and I contacted my mum. I actually even forgot she was with us that day, but anyway, I'd contacted my mum, and she said, no, Gabe, she said, no, if you remember right, Tyler changed with you, and Macy changed with me. And I had a lawyer's letter saying that I'd been changed with Macy against her will. So what I did is, my lawyer just was not doing me any good favours, you know. She was a joke, and I was just racking up a massive amount of bills with him. But I did ask you in person, Macy. I asked you what had happened at the swimming pool, and you were explaining about swimming about with armbands, and I had to explain to you who did you change with. And as my mum had told me, Macy actually changed with my mum, and it was Tyler that changed with me. So when I was asking you, I asked you if you had explained that to your mum, and you had told me yes, but your mum says that you've only to change with me and nobody else. So on one hand, I've got your mum trying to encourage you to change with me naked, and on the other hand, she's reporting me saying that I'm changing my kids against her will. And I had to record that without you knowing about it, your own voice, because it's been forwarded to your email now. So no doubt you'll read all these lawyers' letters later in years and probably think I'm some, I don't know what, I'm afraid to even think. But I want you to hear your own voice and your own memories of recollection of what had happened, and that's what you had told me, that your mum had told you to change with me and nobody else, and then she was trying to get have me on some kind of sexual nature. Another really dirty low move. So anyway, the another event is I went on holiday, 2014, beginning of the summertime, I don't know, about, must have been about June, thereabouts, and when I came back home, when I got back to the UK, I was out travelling in Greece that year, and I bought you both just stupid things that you buy on holiday for kids, and I went round to my house to give it. Your mum was adamant, you're not seeing your kids leave the presents at the door, and through the letterbox, and I was like, Macy, Tyler, I love you very much, and I miss you. And I had left, and I jumped in my car, and just as I jumped in the car, a police car had pulled up behind me. So I drove off quietly and calmly, and I watched the police in my wing mirror actually physically running towards the house, and I could see your Aunt Louise was out at this point pointing towards my Jeep. They came looking for me a bit later, and I told them, I wasn't there, I'm not shouting, I'm not swearing, I'm not being abusive. I'm a guy that wants to give his kids a couple of presents that he's bought them on holiday. What's the problem with that? And they're like, well, you've really got to just, I know you're desperate to see your kids, but you've got to go through the courts. But the courts were doing me no favours at all, because the courts are not designed for children's best interest. The courts are designed to prolong the case so that it keeps making money, because if it wasn't for people like me, these family lawyers and judges would be out of business. So they've got to keep making it go on and on, because they'll get more money for it, and it's not the kid's best interest, it's the court's best interest for financial gain. And that financial gain I explained to your mum very early on via emails and texts and what have you. I've kept everything. I'd much rather I spent that money on yous two. I could have took you holidays. I could have, if your mum had just given me access, I could have taken yous away and had good times with you. I could have bought yous nice things and gave yous really, really good childhood memories. But I've just had to pay a lot to lawyers. And since we're speaking about the financial side of it now, all the civil debt that we'd accumulated, your mum and I, was around about £10,000, which is quite a lot of money. Because I was the sole earner in the family, I was the major earner. I took that loan out on my name, and when I split up, your mum just said, plain and simple, it's your name that's on the debt, you take it. So I've got the debt hanging over me. I've got the lawyer's bills smashing me to bits. I've got child maintenance payments that your mum contacted them because she found out that if I paid them and not her directly, and I had never once been late with a payment, that I would need to pay 20% more, but she wouldn't see a single penny of it. So she contacted them, and I told them basically, if she doesn't take this money direct, then I'm going to end my career right here, right now. I wasn't joking. So they contacted your mum. She changed her mind and decided she'd just keep taking it directly. Financial strain got pretty bad, and then one day in 2015, it was just in April past there, I got a bill through the door for legal work carried out, and the bill, I've still got the paper. It came to £14,000, and I was still not much further forward with my kids. I was having them overnight once a month. I fell to my knees crying. I just knew that I cannot afford financially to be able to buy the rights to see the two of you, and I was just a broken man. I went into my work the next day in the fire station, wasn't focusing, wasn't paying attention. I was in a fire engine, and basically I never applied the handbrake, never took it out of gear, turned round, faced my back to the window and started doing something, and the fire engine rolled slowly forward at a mile an hour, struck another fire engine. Very, very minimal damage, but I was getting disciplined for it, and I did not fight it at all. So I lost my job in the fire station, and your mum dropped quite a substantial amount of money, and the benefit from that was I got help with legal aids. I'm just going to stop this now because I'm jumping on the next tape.